Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of the Coffee and Hero Show, taking you through all the new stock into the store this week. This is in terms of graphic novels, collected editions, hardcovers, compendiums, and everything in between. It's a pretty big week. We've front-loaded with quite a few different omnibus this week, some new to print, some older ones we've got for the back catalogue. Omnibus has been selling pretty well recently, so it's always nice to keep that section stocked up with as much choice as possible. So we'll be going through that in a second. Plenty of new trades. A couple of nice hardcover collections as well. So yeah, plenty to get into. So kick things off with a few omnibuses. You have Moon Knight by Jed MacKay. This is a fantastic run. Really enjoyed this in single issues. This is Moon Knight 1 to 30, plus the Devil's Reign special, plus the annual, plus material from Avengers and Moon Knight annuals as well. Jed MacKay really has been knocking it out of the park for Marvel in general, but definitely more so with Moon Knight. One of my favourite Marvel titles around right there. Next up we have Captain America Volume 2. So this is Volume 2 of the omnibuses once Captain America came to Marvel. You'll see on the racks there's a Golden Age Captain America one, which is stuff that's sort of before he becomes properly into the Marvel Universe. But what we've got here is Captain America 114 to 148 altogether. Marvel legends Stan Lee, Gene Colan, and John Romita craft iconic stories, including the debut of the Falcon. So quite timely there. Next up, we have Daredevil, The Man Without Fear by Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Millett. This is volume 1 of 2. This collects Daredevil 16 to 19, 26 to 50, and 56 to 60 as well. Pretty much described as a character-defining run. Next up, we have Umbrella Academy Dallas. This is the second book in the Umbrella Academy series. This is the oversized hardcover that they have been doing for the Umbrella Academy volumes, which I think we have all of in the Dark Horse section. So if you're looking a bit of a catch up on one of the best indie series, certainly of the last 20 years, I would say, Umbrella Academy, those oversized editions, simply because they have Gabriel Baz artwork expanded. Never a bad thing. So on to some trade paperbacks. So we have Harley Quinn's Bud and Lou. So we have a couple of bits and pieces here for younger readers. So this being the first. It's always defined on the back. It'll always say graphic novels for kids, for teens, that kind of thing. So from the creator of the viral webcomic Pixie and Brutus, Ben Head, Harley Quinn's Bud and Lou, Trouble Times 2. We have the next one in the Disney Villains series. So that's Disney Villains Hades. We've been amassing a good collection of these in the all ages section. So again, there should be always plenty of choice in there for your younger readers. Next up, we have Astonishing X-Men Modern Era Epic Collection Volume 2. So Volume 1 came out a few months ago. This, of course, is with Joss Whedon and John Cassidy. So this is collecting issues 13 to 24, as well as Jan Sai's Astonishing X-Men number 1. Always seen as a great run to get people into X-Men, is that Astonishing X-Men run. Next up, we have new printings for Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This was a 6-issue mini-series written by James Tynion IV, drawn by Freddie E. Williams, and this collects the entire mini-series. So yeah, new printings there for the back catalogue. Next up, we have Bone Parish, the complete collection. So Boom are starting to put these complete collections together as well at the moment. They did one recently for Ronan Island. Now we have Bone Parish. The complete definitive collection of the chilling supernatural crime saga of the familial drug empire in New Orleans' seedy underbelly. Everything all in one there. Another new addition is Jeff Loeb Timsale Daredevil, one of the best Daredevil stories you will ever read. 6 issues in total. They do seem to have rebranded these recently into Jeff Loeb Timsale and then the character name. So there was Spider-Man, there's Hulk, there's Daredevil. They were originally called Daredevil Yellow, Spider-Man Blue, Hulk Grey. But same story, and always great to have it in print. Highly recommend that for any Daredevil fans out there. Next up, we have The Dark Crystal, the original motion picture adaptation. Let's be honest, you know you want it. Next up, we have restocks for DC Finest Harley Quinn. So this is part of the DC Finest range, very similar to the modern, the Epic collections through Marvel Comics, in that it's printing older stuff, a lot of origin stuff, and in this case, Harley Quinn from the very start. So this has Batman Adventures 12, which of course is first appearance. It has the one-shot Mad Love, which is the origin, and then tons and tons of great content if you're a Harley Quinn fan and want to get into it from the beginning. Also this week is Plastic Man, the origin of Plastic Man. This covers 1941 to 1944. He stretches, he shrinks, he bends. So this collects pages from Police Comics 1 to 36 and Plastic Man 1 and 2. One that I'm very excited for this week is Kill or Be Killed from Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. This is the complete collection of that tale. So as I say, Brubaker Phillips, you know you're onto a winner straight away. Kill or Be Killed, the hardcovers and even the trades have been like hen's teeth trying to get them sometimes. So to have these complete omnibuses, which again Image have been doing a lot recently, is great to see. So highly recommended book there. Next up we have Multiverses Collision Detective from Brian Q. Miller and John Sommariva. This is obviously a crossover with the Multiverses game, also bringing in your DC Universe characters. Next up we got restocks in for The Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe. So we got this a few weeks ago, pretty much an instant sellout, one of sort of the definitive Punisher stories to go for, so highly recommended there. Next up we have the trade paperback for Superman Space Age. It's the end of the world as he knows it. This is from the team of Mark Russell and Michael Allred. They've done a great follow-up to it as well, Batman Dark Age, just going to form a trilogy in general, but it all starts here with Superman Space Age all collected. Next up we have Spectacular Spider-Man. This is volume 2. So this of course is the team-up book between Miles Morales and Peter Parker. This collects issues 6 to 10, and I'm pretty sure we have the volume on the racks of 1 to 5 if you want to get into that. Next up we have Thunderbolts Winter Soldiers. So obviously being timed for a certain event coming soon in the cinema. The Winter Soldier leads a new team of the Thunderbolts. This includes Moonstone, Inhumans, Squadron Supreme, Spider-Man, Steve Rogers, Baron Zemo, all types of characters in this. They're not all part of the Thunderbolts, I should say. Just all making appearances in this series. 12 issues in total from Jim Zub, Kurt Busiek, and Sean Isaac and Mark Bagley on art. Next up we have Batman Dark Prisons. So this is the second to last book in Chip Zdarsky's run on Batman. There is one more to come after this. This one contains Batman 145 to 149, 151, 152, and also a backup story from 150 as well. And then we've got a couple more Omnis just to finish off with. We have The Amazing Spider-Man Beyond. Ben Reilly is back in the reds and blues. So this was towards the end of the Nick Spencer run of Spider-Man, where they got an all-star creative team in to do this big storyline before the relaunch back then. So this features Peter Parker, Ben Reilly, Black Cat, Mary Jane Watson, Miles Morales, Morbius, Kraven, Doc Ock, and the shocking debut of Queen Goblin as well. So cracking Spidey story there. Next up we have Batman by James Tynion, the 4th Omnibus. This collects half of his run by the look of it. Alfred is dead. I know, still hurts. His city lies broken. Batman must rebuild. So this collects, it's pretty definitive this actually. Batman 86 to 105. Then some annuals, Batman Pennyworth R.I.P., Secret Files one-shots, The Joker 1 to 4, and then stories from tons of other stuff as well. Presented in reading order. Always love to see that on an omnibus. Brand new cover, introduction by Batman series artist Jorge Jimenez, an extensive variant cover gallery, and more. So yeah, pretty definitive that one. We finish off with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, High Cool as Hell, Deluxe Edition. So this collects the more recent volume of Buffy the Vampire Slayer 1 to 12, and again this oversized hardcover format. It also contains Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Chosen Ones, and Welcome to the Whedonverse #1. And an exclusive new 10-page story about the haunting of Rupert Giles by a ghost from his past. So, plenty into the store this week, as you can see, in terms of hardcovers and collected editions. We will, of course, upload a video probably tomorrow of all the new single releases out this week, once pull lists are done and organised. But yeah, everything going out onto the racks for a new comic book day this week. As ever, guys, hope this proved useful for you. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll hopefully see you in the store throughout the week. Until then, take it easy.